come to know that you had a mental disorder?
Well, it was back in the end of 1999. I'd had my first child back in April that year, and she was about 5 months old at the time, and I started having anxiety and just feeling things I hadn't experienced before. I had some mornings where I'd wake up at 5 in the morning, my heart would be racing, and I couldn't breathe, and I felt really out of sorts. I knew something was, and it was gradual, but then it got worse every day. It progressed. So I was diagnosed the end of 1999. My husband, after I hadn't slept in 3 nights, and I was getting a little paranoid, and I was suffering from insomnia, and I was just getting where basic things could not function well. He said, "We need to take you to the hospital." And I went in and met with the nurse right away in emergency. We were living on the peninsula, and they said, "You're not going home. We're checking you in. You've got a serious anxiety problem." And due to lack of sleep, and then I was diagnosed with anxiety depression.
Anxiety and depression both?
Yeah,
okay.
But then later it came out it was also postpartum. It was a combination.
So how has it affected your life since then? Or what kind of treatment did you go through, and how does it...
It's been quite a journey.
I know you've been through a lot, yes.
Well, that was the worst anxiety attack that I had, and it's so different from, say, the anxiety before you go do a presentation in front of a large audience. I mean, there's a very particular anxiety about that. This was something that was so out of control of my body, and I remember having feelings of just like I'm crawling out of my skin, and I don't know what to do, and it was just, the not being able to breathe, and paralyzing. It was just, I can just describe the anxiety too. It gets to such a heightened level. And that first one where I ended up being hospitalized for the first time, and luckily last time in my life, hopefully, that was an ongoing cycle that continued as years went by. And then I had different types of anxieties that followed, but that was due to different things. So